I cannot see. I am swaying on the grass. I smell exhaust on the faint spring sweetness. I smell a barbecue in the distance and the sweat of overworked students. I hear the echoes of whining and boasting. I hear the girls giggle as they pass me by.
So in the morning, it was 15 below, I think, and Rachel had me load up the roof rack on the car and then hoist the big plastic green kayak up on top. And we drove in the dark down the Mississippi River Road to Hidden Falls. And there's a boat launch there. And I lifted the kayak off the car and kind of hobbled down the boat launch to put it in. And you could see the steam rising off the river. It was kind of mysterious and beautiful and strange. And Rachel very nimbly stepped into the canoe, and I pushed off and I handed her the paddle. And the reason we were there is because we had an urn of our daughter's ashes. Rachel and I have been together for 39 years. Our daughter died 6 years ago. And on a recent trip to India, Rachel had visited the Ganges River, where people burn their relatives and they put them on boats and send them off the ashes of the bodies out into the river. And the idea, one of these priests explained to Rachel, was that it was a way of getting rid of the dead, in the sense of getting rid of their haunts. They won't pester you in the afterlife. They won't be restless. You'll have put them away the right way. And that's what we were here to do with our daughter Danielle. So she paddled out, and I could hear the paddle banging against the side of the boat, echoing across the river. And I worried that she would fall in and drown, or she wouldn't drown. She'd probably freeze to death before she drowned. But I was concerned. And she got about 60 feet offshore. She took the urn, which was really just a box, and she tipped it upside down, and nothing happened. Nothing came out. She looked at it and she called back to me. She says, "It's stuck." I said, "Well, can you pound on the bottom and maybe get it to come out?" Because all the ashes and bone fragments and everything had kind of congealed in the 6 years it had sat on our closet shelf. She says, "I need a stick." So I felt around in the weeds until I could find a stick that I could pull up out of the ice, and she jabbed it in there and jammed it and jammed it and jammed it, but it wouldn't break up. It was really quite remarkably fused together. And I said, "I got an idea for you." I say, "Just drop it into the water. Just drop the whole thing, let it go." And that's what she did. She dropped it in the water, and it made a splooshing sound, and there went our daughter to the bottom of the Mississippi. Afterwards, we loaded up, and I drove her to the airport, and she was saying to me, maybe Mike, maybe this will give us a fresh start. And I said, I don't know if that will be that different. I mean, she's had her ashes have been in the closet, in the room I sleep in, for 6 years, and I haven't felt especially haunted. She said, "Well, the priest must know something." And then she touched my cheek with her palm, and she said, "You know, this is just our fate. This was always going to happen." And then she said to me, "I'm so sorry, Mike." After I drop her off at the airport, I swing back and come around to the boat launch again to spend a few moments. The dog is running around. The sun's just starting to come up now, and the light of the new sun is starting to fall on the river. and the steam starts to disappear. And you know, the thing I didn't tell Rachel is that I come here to Hidden Falls almost every day with my dog. We run around and we relax, and that's how we start our day. And now, when I come here, I have to think about the crumbs of her bones and ashes at the bottom of the river. I had a dream once in which those crumbs and bones formed a kind of a hand, like in an old horror movie, the living hand or something, and it started creeping south. She always wanted to go to New Orleans. I remember once when Danielle was alive, she suffered from severe panic attacks and high anxiety, and I was just trying to draw her out, and I said, "What's it like? Can you tell me what it's like being you and being anxious, having panic attacks going back to your first birthday?" And she looked at me and she said, "Always drowning."
I cannot see. I am swaying on the grass. I smell exhaust on the faint spring sweetness. I hear the echoes of whining and boasting. I hear the girls giggle as they pass me by.